Hey friends, it's Steve, and I got a really fun video here today. It's a little casual video. I'm running a triple legendary dragon team from Gen 5. I'm going to have a lead Reshiram with Fire Fang. That's going to beat out the steels and the fairies that resist our dragon breath users in the back. All of our dragons have their signature moves from raids. They're all level 50. And this was just supposed to be a fun video. I didn't really have any expectations for it, so if I went 0-5, I still would have posted the video anyway. But let's go ahead and jump in. I had a lot of fun with this one, so. And it's kind of like an ABB team where we got to beat that steel or fairy. Metagross in the lead, this is perfect. This is exactly where I want to see it. They're going to stay in for a bit, and then once they realize that it's Fire Fang, they're going to swap out into Mamoswine. Not the greatest answer, but we're going to come in with our Kyurem, and our opponent makes a good play here. They're going to CMP tie us here to the Avalanche. I'm just going to let it go through. That's no problem. I don't feel like giving up any shields. And that does a lot of damage. And this is going to hit for some good neutral damage. Mamoswine doesn't really have a ton of bulk. And Dragonclaw's pretty weak, though. And they don't shield, so we're actually able to farm them down before they get to another Avalanche. That's pretty big. We win switch, and we're able to debuff this Metagross here. And this is perfect. This is what I want. They're going to farm us down, and we're going to come right back in with the Reshiram. We don't want to wait the clock out. We want to come in immediately. We want to farm this thing down. We don't want to give them a chance to swap out. We're going to shield once, just in case it's the Earthquake, because they won't be able to get to two moves anyway. They won't be able to get to Meteor Mash and then Earthquake. So then they come in with their Dragonite, and we just come in with our last dragon here. This Dragonclaw would do a lot of damage. I deserve to preserve the health, because if we let Zekrom go down, then the Reshiram has only hitting with resisted Fire Fangs onto the Dragonite. I really didn't want that to happen, so we're going to commit our last shield, fire off a Crunch here, and we get their shield, and we get the defense drop. That is huge. Without that, we had no chance. This Dragonclaw is going to take us out. That's fine. And we're able to farm them down with the Reshiram, and we have the move, but they just decided to leave, and that was a GG. It was really clutch getting that defense drop off the Crunch. Don't think we would have won without it. And we're going to jump into the second game here. We actually run into a lot of Dialga leads, so we have to do some finessing to try to beat it. So we come up into a Groudon. This isn't super great. It beats 2/3 of our team. And we're just going to safe swap into the Kyurem, even though this is my best answer for it. They don't really know that. And they come in with Dragon Tail Lugia. We're just going to debuff it with this Glaciate here to make the Dragon Tails do less damage. And they're farming. Here comes a Sky Attack. It's not going to do as much. And they're going to be able to farm us down. But not before we get to another move, though, which is pretty cool. And now we see what our opponent wants to do. Do they want to preserve the health on the Lugia, or do they just let it go down? They are going to preserve it. That's fine with me. We get a shield. That's pretty cool. And now we can come in here with our Zekrom. Now, it may stink revealing our last Pokemon, but we resist all of Lugia's charge moves. So we're going to come in with Zekrom here. And we get to sneak in 1 or 2 Dragon Breaths there. Very nice. Again, we resist the Sky Attack. We just tank it. And even though we're taking super effective damage from the Dragon Tail, we're just going to keep farming all the way. And he doesn't go up to the Aero Blast, which is fine with me. So he throws a Sky Attack. It got weakened a couple seasons ago. And we're going to farm it all the way down. Now we're going to have a ton of energy for whatever they want to come back in with. And they actually decide to come in with a Kartana. Ooh. So this is exciting. So we shouldn't have thrown this move right here. This was kind of a mistake on our part. But we do get the shield. And we come in. And now it's just Groudon. We have 2 shields. And this is a GG. I know this is way too soon to be an Earthquake. It's just a Fire Punch. So we don't shield at all. But actually, I just realized that they were running Dragon Tail. So their Dragon Tails are doing a bunch of damage. So we got to take this thing out sooner than I thought. I didn't realize I wasn't running Mudshot. And we get the farm down. And then all that's left is a little Origami Boy. And look at all that damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a GG. Really spicy team by my opponent, though. I like the Kartana. That was pretty cool. I was not expecting to see that. Thank goodness we had a Fire Fang user in Open Master League. That was just a joke. All right, so we jump into the next game. And we have Reshiram into Zacian. Okay, this is where we want to see it. We want to stay in here and see what they want to do. They're going to stay in 2, and they're running Snarl. And they're not swapping out, so it makes me think that they're weak to it in the back. We throw with pretty bad timing there, unfortunately, and they sneak into Snarl. Not the greatest. And they don't shield. I have no idea why they did not shield that. But we're going to shield just in case. And they do get the back-to-back close combats. We're going to shield the first one, and we're going to let the second one go through, because there's no move that just one-shots us from here. So we let it go down, but it doesn't go down, but we don't shield. And they come in with a Melmetal, and I realize they're super weak to this thing, so we're going to swap out, and we're going to catch the move onto here. Because if they came in with a Steel Pokemon, that means they got to be like double weak to it in the back, maybe double Steel in the back. Zacian double Steel. So we take the damage onto the Zekrom. That's fine with me. And I expect another Rock Slide here. They go for the Superpower, and then they're going to dip out right away into Giratina. So they are super weak to Dragon and super weak to that Fire. So this is pretty cool. Hopefully we get the debuff off the Crunch here. They shield. We don't get a debuff. And it looks like they're going to try to go for the complete farm down. No, they throw right before. That's fine with me. I don't want to shield this here. If they let me get to a move, that would have been nice, but that's okay. Now we got to come in with the Kyurem, and we save the Reshiram for the Melmetal in the back. We keep this alignment. We're all good. We don't have to shield this. Even a Shadow Ball does a lot of damage, but our win con is Reshiram at this point. The Giratina is so low, and we're just going to throw Glaciate at the Melmetal just to debuff it, just in case. We missed a bubble there, unfortunate. And we just come in right away with the Reshiram. See what they want to do. I probably should have thrown the Crunch here, because they're most likely going to shield. So that was a little mistake on my part, but they're the same energy. So that's okay. And we just go for a complete farm down. They throw. And we just want to finish it with Reshiram. He didn't really do too much in my first video. But and this one, he's doing a lot of damage this one. So GG's. And I believe we have 1 or 2 more for this set. So far, I've been having a lot of fun. I didn't expect to win more than 1 or 2 games, but we've won 3 so far, so I'm pretty happy about that. And Dragonite, again, this is beats our entire team, so this is going to be really tough. So we're going to have to safe swap into the Zekrom, and it's a Dragon Tail, we got to remember that. And here comes the Extra Drill, and they throw right away, and that's fine with me. I thought I was going to live this. Actually does a lot more damage than I thought. Oh, no, that's right. I live a little bit. So we live, and we get the Crunch off. This was pretty big. The chance to debuff them, lower their defense. They don't shield, and that's fine. We're going to come in with the Reshiram, and we're just going to farm it down. Because this is probably either 1 or their double Steel in the back. Oh, I'll come with the Kyurem. Okay. So I try to farm them down before they got the 2 moves here. I let it go through, and they don't throw Rock Slide, which was really surprising. I guess they thought they did the same damage. I don't know. But we got to save the energy. We got to save some health on the Kyurem, so we're going to shield once. And they're going to come in with the Metagross. So I'm pretty sure at this point, there's no way I can win this game. They have Dragonite for the Reshiram, and they have Metagross for the Kyurem. So, and they have 2 shields. So I just top left here. I didn't feel like wasting everyone's time. There's just no way of winning this one. So right after this, we hit the top left. Oh, I guess I throw a charge move. And I just quit. Save us some time. Should have done that about 30 seconds ago. And then I believe we have 1 more for the first set. Yeah, these were definitely very fun battles. Very tough, though. I thought we went up against... I guess in the first set, we didn't go up against Dialga yet, but we go up against a lot of Dialgas, and we got to swap and catch and get lucky a couple times to try to beat it, honestly. And here's our first Dialga. So we are going to stay in, I think, for a bit, or we safe swap. I forget which one we do. So we go right into Zekrom to try to bait out their Fairy or their Steel. And here I charge up to the Outrage because I know that it takes 11 seconds to get to the Draco Meteor. If they throw before that, it's just an Iron Head. So we bluff the Outrage and we get the shield. That was pretty huge. They don't throw. That's okay. We got them pretty low though. And now they're at the Draco Meteor. So I come back in with the Reshiram to hope to farm down. And just to be safe, I was worried that this was Draco, so we shield just to respect it. It was an Iron Head, but they're not going to be able to get to another Draco. So we just farm them down here, and we don't shield this. It's just an Iron Head. So the Dialga took out 1.5 hour Pokemon, which unfortunate. We'll see if we can still win this one. And we go into Kyurem to see what they have in the back. And it's a Kyogre. And now I'm seeing dollar signs. Now we have a win con. So they came in, I don't know if they misclicked or whatever, but the Kyogre here is not really a great matchup. We resist their waterfalls, you know, and they only charge up. They don't charge up the Blizzard either. They just throw a Surf here. So no reason to shield. But I do want to come out of this matchup with a Glaciate, though, for the Lugia. That's going to be really important to help us try to win ultimately, because if that Lugia is too strong, the Dragon Tail is going to do a lot of damage. I actually undercharge here to get one more fast move in before the waterfall registers. So we got a little lucky there. I thought about not shielding this, but I didn't think the Reshiram was going to have enough energy to beat this by himself. So I shield to get off the Glaciate, and then we go right into Reshiram from here, because I know we still have a move onto the Reshiram. So we swap, and we go for the combo play. So he's already -1 from the Glaciate, and the Crunch does a lot of damage. And because his attack is so low from the Glaciate, we're actually able to get to the Crunch for the win here, because their win con was farming us down and then throwing the Sky Attack at the Kyurem. That would have been game, but thanks to Kyurem lowering their attack, we're able to win that one. So very close game. And that actually was the end of the set, and that was a 4-1. That blew my mind. I did not think we were going to be able to win 4 games. I didn't think we were going to win 2 games with this team. So the fact that we won 4 was pretty cool to me. And another 150 points will be at Veteran. Just take it nice and slow this season. And we jump into the second set of 5 games. If you're still watching, I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, friend. We go up against the Mystic Master here. Reshiram into Dialga. Here's another Dialga. We're going to do the same thing as we do the whole last time. We come right in with the Zekrom, and we're going to charge up to the Outrage again. We're counting their fast moves. Once they get to 11 seconds, it's the possible Draco, and we charge up to the Outrage. We throw. We don't get a shield this time, but we get the defense drop, and this is crazy because we're able to do so much damage. We get it really low. And I'm thinking, we're going to wait out the clock here, come back into the restaurant. I was hoping we could snipe it before they threw. Maybe they would underestimate how much lower their, how much damage it did. And they go for the Draco here. I'm glad I shielded it, because that would have been pretty much game over. And they come with an Yveltal here. He's pretty good against my back, Kyurem. So we got to be really careful. And I just go for the Fusion Flare here, not even going for the bait. And we come in with the Kyurem. And I got to call a bluff here. Hopefully it's not a Focus Blast, but it was a Focus Blast. So not looking too good for us. Looking pretty bad, actually. And all we have is our fast move damage here. We gotta, I believe I don't shield this. I don't think so. Or we do shield it? Okay. We shield it, and then we just go for the farm, and it's a Xerneas in the back. And unfortunately, we're going to be a little too short to win this one. Even though we're dealing neutral, we're not going to be able to get to charge moves as fast, because our fast moves deal more damage. And they just get to the Moonblast here. It was so close. But it was pretty cool to see a Xerneas in an Open Masters, though. That was pretty cool. I haven't seen one of those yet. That's a GG by my opponent. I believe we saw about 3 or 4 Dialga this set, though. Definitely wouldn't recommend this team unless you just want to have fun. Definitely not a good team to ladder with. Here's another Dialga. Okay, we're going to go right into the Zekrom. Bluff the Outrage. See what they want to do. And we're farming, we're farming, we're farming. And they throw right away. So this is too soon to be a Draco. So I don't shield. This is just an Iron Head. We don't have to shield this. And we get really low. We make them think that we're going to get as low as possible. Now we make them panic by thinking it's an outrage. If they don't shield this and it's outrage, they lost switch advantage. And they do shield there. So that's fine with me. And we get the defense drop. Best case scenario. Get the shield, get the defense drop. So now we're going to come back in with the Reshiram. And we're just going to farm this thing all the way down. And they swap out into Dragonite. And that's another core breaker for the team. Another Pokemon that beats our entire team. But again, we're just here for fun. So let's just see what happens. And we're just not going to shield. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We do shield this one. And we're going to go right into the Kyurem. I really am trying to find a win con here. But, and we get lucky here because he has a 3-turn fast move in Dragon Tail. We're able to farm him down before he gets to throw. And they come in with a Mewtwo here. So I'm starting to see we have a chance here. So you're saying we have a chance. And they come with the Mewtwo. And we debuff them. And I'm pretty sure we just let this go down. We put all our faith in Reshiram at this point. Oh, and they undercharged just a little bit. They're able to get some extra farm there. That's unfortunate for us. And they are just going to be able to beat us. It was close. It was fun, though. That was a GG. Yeah, definitely wouldn't recommend this team. It was just fun, though. Oh, now this is an interesting lead. This is fun here because we're going to resist their Incinerates. And they're going to realize that we have Fire Fang. They're going to stay in too. Now we're going to try to catch onto the Zekrom. That's the play here. We're going to try to catch a Brave Bird onto the Zekrom. Because I don't think he's running Earthquakes. I don't think they're running Earthquake. I think they're running Sacred Fire Brave Bird at this point. So I just no shield. It is a Brave Bird. It does about 45% and they dip out into Zacian. That's fine with me. And we are running Fusion Bolt so that our defense doesn't get lowered. I'm not saying it's better than Wild Charge, but just wanted to try it out. And we're not going to shield. They're going to overfarm a lot because they double resist our Dragon Breath. Unfortunately for them, though, they close combat. They lower their defense, and we come in to snipe it with the Reshiram. We try to snipe it before they get to another move. I forget if we do now, but let's take a look. Farm, 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 and we snipe them out. And they don't get to another move. They overfarmed. Very excited about that. And here comes the Giratina, and we have a lot of energy now, so we just fire off this Crunch here for super effective damage. And we come right in with the Kyurem, because now we're going to deal super effective damage with our fast moves too. Now, I assume that they were going to go for the bait here because we had 2 shields. I probably should have just gone with the safe route. I don't, but that's okay. Kyurem wins in every even shield scenario against Ho-Oh. Wins the 0, wins the 1, wins the 2, so we feel comfortable just throwing here. And I decided to shield because I want to deal this fast move damage to the Giratina. And we deny them. We don't take any damage from the Incinerate because we farm them down first. And we get to another move. And this is pretty much a GG here. We have a very healthy Reshiram in the back. And they're just going to farm us down. Unfortunately, we should have came in sooner with the Reshiram, but that's okay. And we'll just shield the first one, assuming that they're not going to bait. But they actually do bait. But even if they do land the Shadow Ball, it's not enough to KO. It's not super effective. Even though it is strong, we're still left with some HP left. And then we farm down, and that is a GG, my friend. I think we have a couple more battles left. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Yeah, we definitely got to watch out. Dialga beats our whole team. Dragonite beats our whole team. We have to bait out the Steel or the Fairy, and that's pretty much the game plan. We don't have the greatest coverage, but we got nice bulk. We have some flexibility. We have some good switches. All right, here's another Dialga. Same plan as before. And also, by swapping out, we're also preventing them from knowing our secret, which is that Reshiram has Fire Fang. So that's another cool thing. And again, our opponent throws too early. They throw the Iron Head here. We don't have to shield because we were counting fast moves. We were counting, it has been 11 seconds. And then we throw after them to make them panic. Now, we want them to think we have Outrage. And they shield again. And we get the defense drop. So now we're going to do the same thing. We'll wait out the clock. And then we'll come in with the Reshiram. And they swap out now. Okay, that's fine with me. They reveal their back Pokemon. And we just go right for it. I can't afford to bait here. We just have to go. We either get a shield or we deal a ton of damage. And we do deal a ton of damage. So now we're safe to shield here. We don't have to worry about a Focus Blast or a Dark Pulse. We can just shield once and farm down. And he won't get to another move, which is pretty nice. And I want to see what they have in the back. They come back in with the Dialga. And I believe we just go right for... Nope, we do go for the Crunch here. Okay. I assume that they're going to shield because we didn't bait last time. And they do shield. So this is pretty nice. And we come in here. This may have been a mistake. But I really wanted to see if they had another Steel in the back. So I wanted to preserve the Reshiram. We do shield so that we can preserve the health on the Kyurem. And now we have a Glaciate for whatever's in the back. And unfortunately, it is a Metagross. And we're just too low here to really come out of this. Even though we're going to spam Glaciates, they're just going to farm us down. There's no reason for him to worry at all. Probably should have just top left here, but I just wanted to have fun. So he's going to farm us down and then throw the Earthquake. And that is going to be a GG. We try to make it close. Sneak in a Fire Fang there. Just because. And it's a GG by the opponent. Very nicely played. Kind of like their team. Dialga, Metagross, Yveltal. Pretty sweet. I think we have one or two more left. Into Snorlax. All right, so this was fun. I want to swap out again. I don't want to reveal that I have Fire Fang, so I swap out right away. And they come with an Excadrill. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So now they get to the Drill Run right now. They're going to double up. They're going to try to have a move for the next Pokemon I bring in. So they don't shield this. And they charge up to back-to-back Drill Runs. We just let this go through, no problem. You can make the argument that maybe we should have shielded just to get them to use their energy. Maybe threaten to farm down. But I want to try to surprise them right away and try to snipe them and not let them get to another Drill Run. So we let the clock wait out. And we try to snipe, and they get to the move at the last second. I'm like, oh, no. Really wanted to get them. I really like sniping. It would have been a lot of fun, but that's okay. And we're down a shield, and we lost switch. So then they come back in with the Snorlax. So I don't want to bait at all. Snorlax is really bulky. We're going to tank this Body Slam. We overfarm just a little bit to see, just in case they want to try to catch. But we throw one and throw. And we still want to see what they have in the back, just in case it's a steal. So we go into our Kyurem, and we actually farm them down. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Then I get. So they come in with the Glaciate, with the with the Yveltal, and we go right for the Glaciate here. This is perfect. I like this a lot. So we're just not going to shield. If they want to take us out, they'll take us out. We're going to save our shield for the Kyurem, for the Reshiram. No shield. If they got it, they got it. And they go for the bait here. That was clutch. And we just go for another. Oh, no, but we actually, I think we might have overfarmed. We can't shield this. We just let it go. And we live in. I was so pumped. And we get the shield. We get the last shield from them. And their attack's lowered again. And they try to go for the farm down. But we get to another move because they're double debuffed. That was huge. I couldn't believe it. And we go right into Reshiram. And that's the farm down. And that is a GG. It was a little close at first. I probably wouldn't have baited if I was the opponent. I would have just gone for it. And that is a GG. We only got 2 wins that time. But this was a ton of fun, though. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way. And if I get a Hundo Reggie Ice, I'm going to make a new video next week. All right? Everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.